Hey guys, this is ResLived, and it's time for part 4 of my series covering the best players of each character in Project M 3.6. After I release this video, I'm gonna hop on my flight to EVO, where I hope to meet a lot of you awesome viewers, so if you're there, definitely make sure to come up and say hi. Alright, let's get started.
Samus!
There are surprisingly few relevant PM Samus mains out there. While there are a few up-and-comers to look out for, like Pooch in Texas, Chevy in Washington, and Morse Code in Michigan, ESAM is the only player to get consistent results even through his sparse tournament record. His last major tournament was Shots Fired 2, where he placed 9th after beating Strongbad, but he also has some good wins in locals over players like myself, Stingers, Good, and Bacon Pancakes. I also have to point out that I couldn't pick Plup as the best Samus, as he hasn't played with PM Samus in about a year, but if you're a Plup fan, definitely stay tuned to the rest of this video. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Zero Suit Samus!
Is that all?
A lot of players agree that Zero Suit is a very good character. It seems she struggles at the highest level of play. Players like Numerix, Aiden, Blank, and Shokio can't seem to break top 8 at a major, and it's not like J-Falls is a special exception. There's also an argument for Arcana as the best Zero Suit from Colorado when he beat M2K, but until he travels a bit more, I'm gonna have a tough time picking him as the best. J-Falls is coming off a hiatus and still making waves in SoCal, placing 9th on their latest PR and recently beating players like Nation, Red Ranger, IPK, and Venom. He's also widely credited with being one of the original top Zero Suit players that really pushed the metagame for the character. While I'm confident that J-Falls is the best Zero Suit player right now, keep an eye on the other players I mentioned, as I'm sure they're getting ready to make waves.
Lucas!
Remember that guy that got 9-hammered by Azin during Chillin' with Chew?
Make sure it lands. Azin, please.
Yeah, he's the best Lucas now. When patch 3.0 was left behind and Pinkfresh and Neon fell out of relevance, Hyperflame stayed true to his character and became one of, if not the most technical player in all of Project M. He's managed to find his way to top 8 of almost every major in the past 4 months, and he's recorded wins over Junebug, IPK, Switch, Mr. L's, and the list goes on. His mastery of the character and technical precision is almost mesmerizing, and it's quite impressive to see literally no one else be able to achieve what Hyperflame is achieving with Lucas. If you missed the glory days of Pinkfresh or Neon, definitely watch Hyperflame play, because it is something to behold.
Ness!
Okay.
So far in the first half of 2016, 4 different Ness players have placed in the top 8 at a major tournament, those being myself, Aki, Jose V, and Stereo Kid. While there's definitely an argument for Jose V to be the best Ness, and don't get me wrong, he's becoming an absolute monster in SoCal, he's yet to demonstrate his long-term consistency that Stereo has been able to hold up over the past year. Stereo always places highly, usually somewhere in top 16 at majors, and he's the only Ness player with more than one top 8 finish under his belt in the last year. His insanely unique combo game, combined with his unusual neutral game, has netted him wins over players like IPK, I Love Bagels, Yador, and J-Falls. If nothing else, watch Stereo Kid to see his amazing combos with Ness, because it is definitely something else.
Pit!
The fight is on!
Poor Pit, man. This character was absolutely gutted after 3.0. There's no more Armada, there's no more Zero, and Pit is considered by many to be bottom 5 in the game. That being said, Gallo had a Pit secondary back in 3.0, and he's kept it around and managed to make stuff happen. He's been able to score wins over Zahime, Shiny Zubat, and Jaden with just Pit, and he makes the character look, let's say viable. There's definitely no notable solo Pit main out there, so for now we at least have Gallo to show us what's possible with this low tier.
Kirby!
Kirby is actually another one of those arguably bottom 5 characters, struggling to put a dent in most of the game's top tiers. That being said, Yador has been making Kirby work for a very long time. He's been on the SoCal PR since its inception, and is currently sitting at 8th. He's also earned some strong local wins over players like Jose V, Machiavelli, and Arrow. While Kirby is definitely fighting to stay relevant, Yador makes it look possible with his exceptional combo game and character ingenuity. With no other Kirby mains really making their way to national relevance, I highly suggest checking out some of Yador's performances in SoCal.
Meta Knight! Fight me!
Pretty sure not many saw this one coming, but yeah, Panda Gaming's own Plup is actually the best Meta Knight player out there. With strong Meta Knight players like Guru Kid, Emu Killer, and Teals still trying to break through to the very top, Plup has quietly been dominating locals in Florida and barely breaking a sweat. He's beaten Stereo Kid, Mr. L's, and Hero of Time, all with Meta Knight, and it doesn't look like he's going to drop the character anytime soon. It's hard to say with any certainty where you can watch Plup play, because PM is obviously not his main game, and he's fairly inactive, so cherish the few times he enters locals over in Florida, and make sure to check out the VODs.
Dedede.
Ripple has been Dedede's top representative for over a year now. He's well known for his sporadic high placements at majors, and yet also his outspoken hatred of his own main. He placed 4th at Shots Fired 2 and 9th at Smash and Splash, and he has wins over top players like Westballs, Lod, Dirtboy, and Ally. As a character, Dedede's matchup spread lends itself to random upsets in tournaments, but we've still seen Ripple power through and show up at major events and place highly. He's just another low-tier main who's pushed the limits of his character and kept the dream alive. Alright guys, that's it for part 4. Only one part left, and I will be covering the final 8 characters on the roster. As usual, shoutouts to LPAG for the character slides. He's been a huge help towards putting all this together. Please give him a follow. I linked his Twitter down below. Also, if you liked this series, please consider subscribing to my channel. After I release part 5, I have plans for another weekly video series that I think you all will truly enjoy, so please subscribe and you will be the first ones to know about it. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys next time.